Oh, look at the title of this one. You say it?
Yeah. Daddy Mau Mau.
Daddy Lockin. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I'm John.
What's going on, everybody? I'm Steve.
We are just saying, episode titled is Lockin. We're on the money.
Here it is.
Your theory is correct.
Here it is, confirming it.
Obviously, we don't.
No,
I don't know that it necessarily make. Well, I think I do.
It's a strong possibility, but it's just a possibility.
Correct. The who the mother is the more I'm thinking about it now, since we just talked about it a few minutes ago. No, I think there's going to be some mystery to it where once she does find out Mau Mau, like maybe she has to like go and search for her or find out. No one knows where she went.
Maybe her dad knows. Just never told her.
Oh, in my head, I was thinking like she just left one night and like left the baby at the
from Granny.
She had the baby at the Vertigo house, and then one day they woke up and she was gone, and the baby was still there. You know.
Or they hid her, so she was able to get bought out, but I doubt it.
This is what makes Lockin even more of a scumbag, is that he knows.
Yeah, he knew. He told him to ask her. Oh, what were you gonna say?
Well, no, I'm saying he knows that she had a child, that she had, or this woman had his child, so that he has a child out there.
Maybe,
whether he knows for sure,
unless they lied and they said, you know what I mean, and they hid the whole thing.
See, I think he knows it's Mau Mau, because
I think he might have an idea.
Because didn't he mention
just the way
something?
He's been eyeing her up and like interested in her.
Yeah, and that plus, didn't he mention to Jinshi when he was talking to him about like, oh, she grew up around the? Or I could have swore he said something that like he knew that she was like familiar with the Vertigo house.
Well, they know that he bought her out.
Her. Yeah, right. That's what makes me think that he knows, or at least has a good idea that it's her.
Could be.
Screw it.
Let's find out.
Right where we left off. You think he's gonna put it together? I think he might have. Or had a hunch. Goodbye, my love. Goodbye, my love. What do you think she means by that? Pulled what off?
That question?
Seemed a little more personal, maybe. Maybe she does know? I think we're about to find out. I was gonna say, well, that was her. I think she does know.
Maybe.
Well, it's what we said. We don't know what she knows. Duh. I love when they all get excited to say her. Whoa! Sneak, sneak, sneak. Nope. Oh, remember they mentioned the annex. Who said that to her?
I don't remember.
You remember that though, right? When someone said, have you been to the annex?
No.
Go.
Oh, do you think this is her mom? Yeah, same hair. とうに言葉も忘れたか。親父の薬はよく効くけど、こうなっては気休めにもならない。それでも
与えるしか治療法がわからない。
She had like burns all over her face, huh?
Yeah, she was messed up.
六召喚は今でこそ格式ある技能だが、十数年前泥のかかった看板をかけていた時期がある。この妓女はその数年間に客を取り、不幸にも梅毒を移された。
Ugh.
親父が六召喚を訪れた頃はちょうど病が潜伏期間に入っていたらしい。病状を伝えていれば対処もできただろうが、客を取らねば食うていけない、それが妓老の掟だ。
Even with syphilis?
再び発疹が出始めると腫瘍は瞬く間に広がった。
Oof.
だいぶ匂いがこもってるな。こうも少し炊くか。
See, I don't think she knows that.
We don't know.
I don't know. I know.
どうした？
姉さんに言われて、あの変なメガネの人がい
Yeah,
る
that
から
scumbag
こっちには戻らない方がい
probably
いって。
gave her syphilis.
そうか。わか
You
っ
know
た。
what I
And got
mean?
her pregnant.
Smack that monocle right off his dumb face.
ここにいればあの客が来ることはない。六召喚の顧客で古い馴染みのあの男。
And she was good at that game, remember? He was saying.
Yeah.
お疲れ。あのお客さん、もう帰ったよ。
めいめい姉ちゃんが相手してたの？
他にいないでしょ。よかった。姉さん今日は具合良さそうね。マオマオにまたあの話が来たわ。
What author?
私もそろそろいい年だし、ちゃんと考えないとね。
まだ味噌汁前だけど、妓女としては引退の年齢だもんな。
Making me feel old.
もう少しだけこの仕事続けるわ。
めいめい姉ちゃんの感情は私にはよくわからない。深く考えたくもない。もしそれが恋というものだとしたら、そんな感情はきっと私を産んだ女の体内に置いてきてしまった。
久しぶりに背中流そうか。
いいよ。
いいからいいから。
Oh, they're all
し
here.
っこなんて懐かしい。
やってもらいな。明日からまたしばらく帰ってこれないだろ。
サービスするんだから乗客の件も忘れないでよ。
Let your sisters take care of you, Mao Mao.
Right.
薬屋少しいいか。
はい。
睡蓮と飲んでくれ。変人からのお土
From a
産。
weirdo.
変人からですか？ありがとうございます。
ああ、
それでは仕事に戻りますので。
I feel like Jinshi does know, you know? Or at least
Knows
has an idea.
something.
Yeah.
今夜は精進料理だから、シャオマオも肉や魚をつままないようにね。休憩中だからってお留守になりすぎちゃダメよ。
精進料理ですよね。しまった。仕事してればすぐに頭から離れると思ったんだけど。
それと変な草を物置に隠すのもダメよ。
She got caught
気
up.
が抜けない。
置き場所がないなら
Hiding weird
じい
plants.
様にお願いして余ってる部屋を使わせてもらったら。
Look at that.
いえ、鬼人の住まう場所を薬棚扱いはできま
Oh,
せん。
he'll let you.
シャオマオは気にしてないように見えて結構区切りをつけているわよね。
Yeah, she's
私は
very.
卑しい生まれの娘ですから、ここにいるのも本当に不思議な縁です。
そうね。でも尊い生まれだからといって最初から別のものだと思わないで。
Wise, Granny.
何がどう転がって人生どうなるかなんてわからないもの。
失礼します。
失礼します。
薬をいただきに参りました。
ああ、少し待っていろ。
Why was she yelling?
Yeah, she's
Oh, she's
excited.
excited. Medicines.
ヤブ医者が管理する高級の医局とは大違いだ。ここは軍部が近くて怪我人も多いから。ああ、この苦味が口の中に広がる匂い。薬棚には何が入ってるんだろう。医局中をあさりたい。いや、ダメだ、こらえろ。何やってるの？
Oh, her again? I forgot about
あの
her.
時の
来ていたのか。
詰所の常備薬をいただきに。
あ、
詰所？
I was gonna say, so I didn't know that's
そ
where
う
she
いえ
works.
ば以前あったのも軍部の近くだったな。薬草の匂いがしたのは軍部に勤めているからか。
Think she's like a rival apothecary.
何の薬だろう。ピロリ。
She couldn't help herself.
芋の粉か。人士様の薬だよな。考えてみたら人士様は不可解な点が多い。
He like just doesn't think about these things
半月に一度ほど
sometimes.
定期的に回ってくる仕事もそうだけど、前日からゆっくり湯あみをして香を炊いて出かけて、精進料理もそう、まるでみそぎだ。宦官も採取をやれるのだろうか。高貴な人物であればおかしくないけど、それほどの男がなぜ宦官に？
あの娘の養父は元宦官で医官だそうだ。
元医官に教えを受けたならあの知識は納得がいきますが、元宦官ですか？
そうだ。
そんな優秀な医官が
Sure did.
宦官の中にいたでしょうか？
失礼するよ。
Oh God.
先日の話の続きをしましょうか。10年以上かけてようやくやり手ババアを説得したのに、横からかっさらわれた身にもなるといい。
油揚げを返せ。
Mama, yeah, he knows.
いくらでも出しましょう。昔と同じ鉄は踏みたくないのでね。
嫌だと言ったら。
そう言われると何も言えませんな。あなた様に逆らえるものなど片手の指ほど存在しない。
やはり俺の正体に気づいている。
ただ娘がどう
Confirmed.
はあ、嫌だ。
Yeah, and Jinshi knew.
そういうことだ。認めたくないが、ラカンはマオマオの実の父親だ。
Get out of here.
娘にそのうち会いに行くと伝えていただけますか？では。
I hate that man.
Yeah.
薬屋。
はい。
今度お前に会いたいという官がいるのだが。
Don't do it.
どんな方ですか？
前から話している変人だ。
The weirdo.
名はラカンという。
Whoa.
どうにか断っておく。
ありがとうございます。では仕事に戻りますので。
What was that? Just like the
Her murderous intent.
Yeah, right. I think she knows about Locken.
Yeah, that's why they keep her hidden, probably.
Yeah.
やっぱり気づかれてた
Yeah.
か。
That's why that woman's that works at the guardhouse. Maybe there's something to do with that.
Oh, I don't know about that. But
Well, because that's
maybe.
where Locken would be.
Yeah, maybe.
この匂い。薬草畑だ。そこにも、そこにも、あそこにも。
Uh oh.
またあなたなの。
Like our face.
いかん。これはどう見ても怪しすぎる。安心してください。まだ何も取ってません。
その手の汚れ、今から取ろうとしてたと認識していいかしら。
Oh.
別に咎めないわよ。ここは非公式な畑だし、 ただ
Her voice sounds sweet though, you know?
あまり出入りしない方がいいわ。
この場を任されているんですか？
さあね。私も好きなものを植えさせてもらっているだけ。
雑草だけを選んで抜いている。何を植えているのですか？
よみがえりの薬。
それは死者がよみがえることのできる薬。そんなものが実在するなら喉から手が出るほど欲しい。
I feel like she's making a joke.
冗談よ。
冗談。
あなたクス師って聞いたけど、どれほどの腕前なのかしら。
The best.
Second.
Yeah, true.
もう少し先の話だけど、ここに朝顔を植えるわ。
Something ominous about this. What the? Quit it, lady. You're scaring us.
Yeah, she's weird.
With the scythe in her hand. Huh.
She's getting weirder and weirder, huh?
I can't figure her out. Like, I thought that she was about to find... We were going to find out that she was, like, really nice there, you know? It's her voice.
She's just strange. Like, she's just...
Well, there's something going on. Like, she's...
Emotionless.
Because she works at the guardhouse, which is a military house, so there's no eunuchs there. That's all real full dudes. But why? Just like the medicine guy said, that like, why does a court lady work there?
Yeah. So she knows Locken is her dad, and Locken knows that she's his daughter.
Well, Locken obviously knows that's his daughter.
Oh, 100%, obviously. But then she said, like, so he knows.
I think Mao Mao might have just figured. I think she figured it out as well.
That Locken knows that she's his daughter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that Mao Mao knows. Oh, yes. Yeah. But I was saying that Mao Mao knows that he's her father.
Yeah.
Which makes sense, actually, when you think about it, because if she knows all the stories about, like, what happened to the Curtis and...
I think that's her, right? Who's sick?
Who?
That's her mom?
Yes.
And then,
I think.
so, like, they know what Locken did to her.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So Mao Mao would know that. They wouldn't keep that from her there, you know?
No way, they're not trying to keep that hidden. It's like, fuck that guy. I just don't know why, like, Granny just let money, like, overtake and she let him back in. Because he just said, like, it took me, like, a decade to convince that old... Like, I forget what he said. And, like, and then he's like, Jinshi just, like, swooped in and took her.
Oh, that's all he said.
Oh, he probably just spent the last 10 years trying to get her.
Yes, right, yes. But Jinshi never did any of that, like, knowingly. Like, knowing... Like, he didn't do that on purpose. He just did it because he liked her. Do you think Mao Mao knows... I mean, I'm assuming... At this point, I'm assuming she knows everything because I didn't think she had any clue about Locken, but I was going to say, do you think she knows that that's her mom? I would assume so, right? Because she had
I guess.
She had that dream where
she was trying to stab her.
Yeah. Granted, that could have been like a syphilitic rage or, you know, like, don't they... You kind of go...
But I actually thought she was, like, immobile, and then all of a sudden she was just sitting up playing her game, so... I know the medicine helped her, but didn't, like, she say, like, even that, like, dad's medicine's good, but, like, it's still like just becoming ineffective or something?
Yeah.
Maybe not ineffective, but...
Because isn't syphilis, like, the one that, like, makes you eventually, like, kind of go crazy a little bit?
I have no idea.
Like, that's what Al Capone had, I think. I think it's syphilis. Maybe I'm messing it with something else, but I assume Mao Mao knows that's her mom.
Yeah, I think she knows everything about that situation.
Yeah, right.
I don't know that anything was kept a secret. There wouldn't be a reason for it, and that would explain why the girls and everybody love her so much.
Yeah, and they all take care of her.
They've had her since she was a little baby.
Right, and that's what I was saying. That's why I was saying, like, they wouldn't keep that from her, you know?
No.
I just wanted to see that look that she gave him again. It was
so quick.
I know. Oh, it was just, she just gave him like a...
She just glared at him.
Yeah.
She got real serious, and she really hates him, so he's finally saw it.
Because then what were they... Remember she was, like, hiding in here when he showed up.
Yeah, they made her. They told her to stay in there.
Right.
She said the guy with the monocle's here, so Mei Mei or whoever said to stay here.
Well, Mei Mei was the one that went and, like...
told her.
Right. Just trying to think, because I feel like I had more questions, but they might have answered them throughout the...
Locken's just a piece of shit, man.
Yeah.
Shinshi's gonna have to kill him.
Yeah. What's funny is when they were like thinking about that at the end there, like when they were like duking it out with the words, I was like, in my head, I was imagining like, all right, I kind of see where this show's going now. It's going to be like this dude trying to get his daughter back for whatever sick reasons. And
while her husband's trying to get her back from her sick father.
Her husband?
Jinchi.
Yeah. Well, once she becomes Empress, then Locken can't do shit.
That's exactly right. But then doesn't that mean that she's got some kind of, like, I don't know where Locken stands in the rankings of people, but she's got to have way higher ranking as his daughter as opposed to just being a regular servant girl.
Well, it's one of those tricky situations because
like still not enough to like talk to Jinchi like however she wants.
Right.
But.
On the one hand, you have, I think he's just like a higher end military officer. Locken.
I don't know. He's like high up. He might be the Emperor's like strat. Like I don't know what he was because
I feel like they've said before
because
that he was
like
just
Jinchi like referred to him as like the best strategist like like around.
Well, yeah.
So like
that's why I'm saying he's just high up in the military, like
really high up though.
But
because he does kind of talk to Jinchi like Jinchi's a little boy, which he is, but still. Compared to how like I know Mao Mao's like a servant, but like I would feel like everybody like I guess because he even knows who he is because even Jinchi just said it.
Well, he figured it out.
Yeah, but he's still talking to him like.
Well, because he knows there's nothing outwardly Jinchi can do because then that gives away who he is.
That's true.
But yeah, about Mao Mao's like on the one hand you have this higher up guy, but then he has a child out of. I don't know how the rules work with there. I'm thinking of it as like she's technically a bastard. You know what I'm trying to say? Like it wasn't like the mother.
Well, you're
is
a bastard
courtesan.
if your dad's not around. Yeah, but
that doesn't mean you're a bastard if your dad's not around.
Yeah, no dad. That's what a bastard is.
No, it isn't. A bastard is when you have like a child out of wedlock.
Is it?
Yeah. Like if like I was married to somebody and I went and had an illegitimate child, it's an illegitimate child. But that's what I was saying though, because I think there's more than one meaning to it because I don't know how they like. Because the prince had one with a concubine, it's not his wife, you know, so I don't know how they did it in China. But I know like in the medieval like Europe, that's kind of how what considered a bastard was.
Yeah, but he's trying to get her now.
That's the issue.
So
why?
It's like now it's known that she's like his daughter. He just called her his daughter.
Well, it's just a Jinchi though.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah.
That is, I don't.
So what I was going to say before too is it helps that Mao Mao is so well liked, like by all the concubines, and I would dare say that even the emperor obviously knows of her and is probably she's looked at well by him because she saved one of his concubines' life, and that's good. That stands well for her because if anything goes down in the future with Locken and the emperor finds out, I would say he would side with her, but you never know. And Jinchi.
Depends on his relationship with Locken
and Jinchi. We don't really know how the relationship is.
Jinchi's just going to kill everybody, dude, and then be emperor.
Well, that's what it comes down to because...
He'll have to if anybody messes with his girl.
I was just going to say, as soon as Mao Mao gets pulled into the discussion, it's...
Because I think you are right that he was just kind of like underselling himself because like calloused hands, so he obviously trains a lot, his body's shredded up.
Well, you saw him training at one time.
I know, but he probably is pretty good at fighting.
Yeah, that's why I was confused when he said that.
Yeah, because he said like he could barely take on like a regular person.
Or... that was a flashback scene when he said that, and in the time since, he's gotten really good.
Maybe.
I don't know. I just want him to be really good.
Yeah. No, I think he's gonna.
I bet you he underselling himself.
You don't keep practicing like, and you're bad. Like, you would give up on it. You would just stop doing it. Like unless it's like forced on him that he has to do it. But like he's like a soldier. He was eating those things, talking about being at camp. He knows.
Isn't it kind of obvious? Like. Wouldn't a lot of people realize who he actually is at this point? Like, why would everyone be like, why is this eunuch that just, yeah, sure, he's in charge of the rear palace, but like, he's still just a eunuch. Why is he always getting like this, I don't want to say special treatment because not everyone would see that, but
nobody would see it.
Locken figured it out immediately. I know he's different, but.
Yeah, but would assume Locken knows the truth about him. I would wonder at like a certain level, you would know that he's not a eunuch.
Because Jinchi said, he figured it out. So he wasn't supposed to know.
About him being...
who he is, yeah.
Who he is, right. Not that he's not a eunuch.
Oh,
he may have already known that.
Well, if he knows one, he knows the other. Probably, I was assuming.
Maybe it depends on who he was like presenting himself as for that whole time.
Who? Jinshi?
To like lock in and like the higher ups, like to be in charge of like the rear palace. Like, what kind of position do you have to hold to be put in charge there? Or if once he got put in charge, like everybody was just like,
right?
This guy's high up.
And again, it goes back to like Mao Mao saw, like I know what we saw, like what was Mao Mao just speculating, but I lean towards what she was saying was right. Like if he,
we know that 100% what she says is right.
Most of the time, yeah. But like if he was growing up for those first few years as the emperor's son, like what didn't nobody have questions about like where'd that kid go?
Well, no, they would think he's the emperor's brother, the current emperor's brother.
Regardless,
right? Because they think the emperor's son died. No,
Yeah.
they thought did they think the emperor's son died or the current emperor and Duo's son died? That's who they thought, right?
They thought that the baby that Duo and the current emperor had when he was still a prince
Were the one that died, right? So,
but there is still the thought. People still do think that the emperor has a younger brother that's just sick and doesn't leave the house.
Right, but that would be Jinshi, right?
No, they're claiming it to be somebody else.
Oh,
because that's why I'm saying they think.
So
Like when I said that one episode,
the baby didn't die, or there was another baby.
Well, Mao Mao wouldn't know that.
No, I know.
It's definitely like common knowledge. I think that the baby died. Yeah.
Right. Everybody knows the baby died. That's why the dad got kicked out, I think.
Yeah, I just don't understand why they're saying that the brother's still alive. That has something to do with Jinshi. Somebody commented something recently. I'm just forgetting what it was or where it was. It was either Patreon or YouTube about something specifically about that, like about the brother mysteriously being gone, and that it was actually that Jinshi showed up as
the brother,
but then disappeared. And
yeah, maybe
that's why that girl at the garden party said that the brother was there for a minute and then left. I could have sworn. I think that was on Patreon because we just talked about that. I think it's like 2 episodes ago.
Yeah, it could be, but yeah, maybe. But that would have been like the switch would have been so long ago. I guess, yeah. I guess he would have thought they would have been pretending to be his brother the whole time.
Right.
That's what I mean. Everybody should think. Shouldn't everybody think Jinshi is the Emperor's brother?
So it was Ariel. She commented on episode 15. She said, "Funny you're picking up on the Emperor having a rarely seen younger brother that we haven't seen yet. It would be the baby that was birthed by the Empress Dowager the same time Ah Duo was given birth. And if Mao Mao speculations are right, might have been swapped.
Right.
I'm sure we can assume that Granny." Oh, and she goes on about that other part.
That's what we're saying.
So that's the. She's just kind of furthering our point of that seems weird. You know what I mean? Like why? Then that makes me think that they don't. Oh, all right. So the common knowledge is that the baby died. A baby did die. It was the brother.
Right.
But they're saying that the brother's still alive to protect who Jinshi really is. You know what I'm?
Oh,
see where I'm going with it?
That's what happened. Like it's not common knowledge to everybody that the baby died.
No, they think a baby died, but they think it was Duo and.
No, I know that, but you're saying that the rest of the people don't know that the baby died?
No, they do know, but they think that they think that Jinshi died, not the prince's, not the emperor's brother. And when in reality, the emperor's brother did die.
We know this though.
Yeah.
So what are you saying?
That's what the people that's why I'm just clarifying what we were just talking about. That's why that the emperor, because we were trying to figure out why are they saying that there's a brother when there really isn't? It's to protect who Jinshi really is. Because I was trying to figure out why they told the public that a baby died, but while also saying that there was a brother still alive. I couldn't figure that part out why. It's because they don't want anyone sniffing around figuring out who Jinshi is. And nobody knows about the baby swap.
I know, common people. But they would still think he should still... No, because they said that Lady Duo's... it was knowledge that Lady Duo's child died.
Right.
So there should always be a brother.
That's why they're still saying that the brother is just sickly in his place. That's what I'm saying.
Oh, they just say it, is what you're saying.
Yes. And
but who are they saying it to?
I don't mean like outright saying it, but that's what they're spreading around to make people believe that his brother never actually died when in reality he did as the baby because the babies were switched.
Right. And then, okay, then that's what I'm saying. Then who is Jinshi presenting himself as?
Just the unit.
To nobody? He's running the entire rear as just a nobody that just, showed up one day and now he's gotten promoted up to this level?
Right. Well, that goes back to my original.
Doesn't make sense.
Well, obviously it's working.
I don't like it. Not with Locken. Locken knows exactly who he is.
Well, because Locken's he's a master strategist.
I don't like it either. So that doesn't work 2 times now.
I think it works. No, well, no, I should rephrase that. Because that was my original question. Who do the people think Jinshi
is? Right.
Yes, right.
That's what I'm asking the whole time. Okay, so if they think there's a brother still alive, if they were not pretending that Jinshi's his brother.
Well, yeah, we're not. No one thinks that Jinshi's his brother.
Right. But why wouldn't they have just done that?
I don't. Well, I guess it would have made sense timeline wise.
They only think Lady Duo's kid died, so you would just assume that the brothers, like you're saying, the brother's alive, but Jinshi is alive. So wouldn't you just be like, oh, that's the king's brother?
Maybe that is what they're doing.
Whatever, but then you would then everyone would think Jinshi was the emperor's brother.
Which I don't. Well, yeah, right.
Nobody thinks that.
I don't think that's the case, right? But then why did somebody? Because remember when I was saying, and I wrote it down that Mao Mao's little friend told her during the garden party. She's like, yeah, he's really sick, but apparently he was here for a little bit but left.
I don't know. That's what I'm saying.
Maybe somebody just spread that rumor and
could
it really
be.
wasn't.
Maybe if they're just keeping rumors going like that, then they would have to always be spread at every party. Somebody would have to tell somebody else that they saw the sickly prince.
Yeah.
When they didn't.
Yeah, and then why else would they say he's always just sick in his room? That means they're saying that for a reason that he doesn't. That's why you don't ever see him. But again, then that goes to what we were just saying.
But then that would only be if they hid the fact that the baby died at all. Then that would make sense. If nobody thought a baby died and it was just an internal thing. I know, but maybe that's just the higher ups. It's not everybody, right? Maybe.
No, I think that is to keep Jinshi's secret safe, his real identity safe.
No, I know, but you'd be able to keep it safer if you just didn't tell anybody that the baby died at all.
But I think that's one of those things where it's too risky not to, to try and cover it up.
But you're still doing the same thing by faking that it is still alive. It's the same thing.
I think we just need to know.
But then Jinshi would get to you could have just not said Duo's baby died and just kept lying about the brother being sickly.
Well, again, and it goes to that point of why did they? So when they originally did the baby flip in Mao Mao's perspective, why did they? Well, I guess it makes sense that they brought up Jinshi as the prince's son, or as the emperor's son, and he was living a very fancy good life, and then he got swapped out. I'm sorry.
No, the swap out was as babies.
No, I'm saying he got pushed out after when they were originally swapped. The current or the past emperor was under the impression that it was his son, when in reality his son died. Then he got pushed aside when they found out that actual baby died.
Could be.
Which is why he's now being hidden.
Yeah, but that would have been the old emperor that did that, not the new one.
The old emperor was the one that did that because he was still emperor at the time. But when Jinshi was young, again, according to Mao Mao's thought, she was saying that initially they flipped it so that Jinshi could live a better life.
Right.
As the emperor's son.
Right.
And then once the baby died, a year later, he was pushed aside again. And then that's when they did whatever they did to hide him, who he is.
Oh, maybe.
That's what Mao Mao said.
Yeah, he gave him back. Mao Mao said that? In this episode?
No, back when she was hypothesizing about the baby swap.
Oh,
that was her thinking.
I forget, but yeah, obviously that would make sense. A year later, they knew about it, got rid of the dad.
Yeah, everything happened at that time. As soon as that baby died, right. I think there's just a lot of little details we don't know for sure.
Okay, and so he probably was given back to the emperor now.
Yeah,
and he can't just all of a sudden have his son back. So that's why nobody can know that he's his son.
Right. again, it goes to, I think Mao Mao knew. She's right. Like,
well, she's 100% right.
Yeah.
Obviously, she's right, man. You don't come up with just a crazy theory.
She's the daughter of the master
like
strategist. That scumbag.
Right. And her mom was super smart.
Yeah, smarter than him.
Yeah.
Apparently.
Pissed him off so much that he had to fucking knock her up and give her syphilis.
We don't know if he gave her syphilis, but
Dirtbag.
in my head he did.
Yeah,
who's a scumbag?
Fuck Locken.
Yeah, and then I just got to figure out what the mystery is. Because what did that lady of the, what's her name, Surly or whatever? Surley or something like that.
Surrey.
She said, I'm going to plant morning glories.
Mm-hmm.
Those flowers.
Yeah, what does that mean?
I don't know. I don't even know what morning glories are.
I don't know anything about flowers, really.
Me either. Oh, it's the ones from the intro, those blue ones that go like that are wilting on the table. That's what they are. I wonder if they can make like a certain poison or something, and that's why she's telling Mao Mao, because she asked her, "You're an apothecary. Are you good? I'm going to plant these," and then they just walked away.
Yeah, I'm not sure. That girl's weird, man. I don't trust her at all.
I know. I thought she was about
I was
to be
nervous
like,
about, and I was like on the fence about her when we first met her, but now
I was too. And then this one, I'm like thinking about it. I'm like, she seems real sweet, and then she started talking to Mao Mao like kind of sweet.
She's not sweet.
No, I'm saying she sounds sweet.
I know, but she's not.
I don't think she is. It almost seems like she is sweet, but has been through like hell.
Maybe, or
in that guardhouse.
Yeah, could be.
And is now like plotting to like kill somebody in there.
Or you're right, and maybe she's like Locken's girl, and Locken has been talking about Mao Mao, and now
hopefully she takes Locken
like
out for
jealous
us.
hatred that she has, you know.
Oh yeah, maybe. I was thinking like that she hates her life there with Locken, and he's that bad.
Oh, could be. I was thinking more like she was like in love with Locken.
Who would ever be in love with Locken?
Who knows, man? You never know. He's a master manipulator, obviously.
It's true. Not the Mao Mao Jinchi, though.
No, he's dead.
Never.
He's dead meat.
All right, we talked long enough.
Too long.
Yeah, I know. Anyway, guys, make sure to like this video, subscribe to the channel. See you next time.
See you later.